All right, so I'm checking the sound. No, not yet. Please wait for me. Okay, can you hear me well?
Yes, Phật.
I'm using a new laptop, so I'm going through some interesting experiences. Some are very nice, some are more challenging. And so, let's start. We can sit in a comfortable meditation posture. Make sure your back is erect. So we'll be meditating 12 minutes. Make sure you see the floor in front of yourself. And we can make the first determination in our minds voicelessly. From now on, for 12 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. From now on, for 12 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. From now on, for 12 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. And with that determination, we can gently, lovingly notice there's a flat piece of flesh at the top of the head. We allow it to be heavy and changing. We continue to the forehead, eyes, nose, lips, chin, cheeks, ears, back of the head. We allow all of the muscles and sinews throughout the head to be happy. and changing. We continue to the neck, shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, palms, fingers, tips of fingers, we continue to the buttocks, thighs, knees, calves, heels, soles, toes, tips of toes. We allow all of the muscles and sinews throughout the body to be happy and changing. And as we allow all of the body to be the way it is, we ourselves achieve freedom from worry about the body. Let's watch this freedom. Let's enjoy this peace. And we can share our peace we gain from meditation on the body with other living beings. So in our minds, voicelessly, we can recite again and again. May all beings, including me, be in peace. May all beings, including me, be in peace. And we can start in our room. May all beings in this room be in peace. May all beings in this building be in peace. May all beings in this city or village be in peace. May all beings in this country be in peace. May all beings on this continent be in peace. Now we can radiate loving kindness for all living beings without exception. May all beings may all beings, including me, be in peace. May all beings, including me, be in peace. Now, because the time for this sitting is finished, let's make the last determination in our minds wishlessly. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. And with that determination, we can slowly, mindfully change the way of our sitting. And we can take one more minute to enjoy the peace we gained in meditation. Okay, very well. So I would like to ask everybody to come close to the camera. You can unmute yourself. Let's start with Okasa recitation. Today, let's do that in Burmese. Okay, so can you see everybody the screen that I have shared?
Not. Yes, ma'am. Can see now.
All right, so we can all put our hands together at the chest. Make sure you have unmuted yourself. So everybody can unmute. Okata, okata, okata.
Ogata, ogata, ogata.
Kayakam wasikam manokam.
Kayakan, sikan, manokan.
Tabbadota.
Tapadosa,
Katendo.
Yutendo,
Apietuko. Piao pa si chen a chu nga
Yêu vậy si chê nô lực
Vatama dutiya tatiya
Patama Dutiya Tatiya
Te chen na chen tong chen miao ao
Là trên
Nidrin
chê
Kriya yatana
Tê ya ya tu na
and
Triya yatana
Tê ya ya tu na
Sankha yatana
Tê ya ya na
Yatana miat tong pa
Vậy ta na
Nivasayatama
Nipos
Nivasayatama dugo
Nipasaya
Ayu ate ali miat. We're having there some lag. Are you connected? Okay, so let's try it again. Ayu ate ali miat.
Ate
La au mu yue
Lớp ông mùi
chiko puzo
Đi cô vô sổ
pu myo man shop
Tu dùng là số
kedo pa I shenfia
Nhiều tàu
kedo ya do
Tiêu là
achu a chao
chưa
liba liba
Vào đi tọa
katon pa
Có đâu con
ya pi shipa. Let's try again. Ya pi shipa yandu myuga ba vipatitya liba. Didn't hear anyone. Vipatitya liba Vietanataya ngaba Okay. Anamyo koza chaupa Mesa deity Chausa napado ma Aka katai Can luận nhanh điệp si vậy. Let's try it again. Can luận nhanh điệp si vậy. Mataya Potaya Neban Chanda Tiado Myaku Yaya Palo I Shenfia. Very well. So this is Ogasa recitation. We would traditionally in Myanmar recite it virtually before every event, at the beginning of every event where our monks are somehow involved. So I also see I have some connection problems. That's why we're slow. But I think this is the maximum I can have. So far, that's the best I can do. So let's continue to 5 precepts. Hopefully we can make it today. So you can again keep your hands together at the chest. Yamahang vadami tang vadetha. Aham bhante.
Aham bhante.
Amy, and are you taking the 5%? You're very dark in the room. Maybe what about if you actually how do you call this thing on the window that you can open and close? So you can close that and turn on the light. What about, no, it will not be better. There's no way how it can be better. It would be worse, whatever you do. You would totally close it and turn on the light in the room. Because it's from the wrong angle, it's taking you from back. So it will be always wrong. The light will always be bad. The only thing you can do is to totally turn off, how to say that, only like turn the, yes?
They're already off. Those are closed.
You cannot close it more than that.
No.
So maybe you can turn on the light of the room.
The light in my room doesn't work.
Oh, it does. Really? So how do you live in your room after 7 p.m.?
I have fairy lights that give me a little light.
And so then at night, if you go to the toilet, you go in dark?
So I usually have lights around my room that I turn on at night.
Okay, so that's what we have. So let's get into it. Let's start. Yamahang vadami tang vadetha.
Aham bhante.
Aham bhante.
Aham bhante.
Tisaranena saha.
Tisaranena saha.
Pancha silang dhammang yajami.
Panchasilam dhammang yajami.
Anugraham katva.
Tato.
Silang deta me bhante.
Silang
Anukampang upadaya.
Upadaya.
Dutiyampi aham bhante.
Dutiyampi aham bhante.
Tisaranena saha.
Tisaranena saha.
Pancha silang dhammang yajami.
Panchasilam
Silam
dhammam
dhammam
yajami.
yajami.
Anugraham katva.
Anugraham katva.
Silang deta me bhante.
Silam deta me bhante.
Anukampang upadaya.
Anukampam
upadaya.
Tatiyampi aham bhante.
Tatiyampi
aham bhante.
Tisaranena saha.
Tisaranena saha.
Pancha silang dhammang yajami.
Panchasilam dhammam yajami.
Anugraham katva.
Anugraham
Katva.
Silang deta me bhante.
Silam deta me bhante.
Anukampang upadaya.
Anukampam upadaya.
Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sammāsambuddhassa.
Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato
Sammāsambuddhassa. Namo
Tassa.
Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sammāsambuddhassa.
Namo Tassa
Bhagavato Arahato Sammāsambuddhassa.
Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi, dhammāṃ saranang gacchāmi, sanghāṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Buddhaṃ saranam gacchāmi, dhammam saranam gacchāmi, sangham saranam gacchāmi.
Dutiyampi buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi, dutiyampi dhammāṃ saranang gacchāmi, dutiyampi sanghāṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Dutiyampi buddhaṃ saranam gacchāmi, dutiyampi sangham saranam gacchāmi.
Tatiyampi buddhaṃ.
Tatiyampi buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchāmi tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchāmi.
Tathayampe
Saranam gacchāmi.
Dhammam saranam gacchāmi.
Sangham saranam gacchāmi.
Saranaгаmanang paripurnam.
Amam
Amma
Bhante.
Bhante.
Panatipata. Okay, so Huangqi, what is the first precept? Can you please say it again?
I forgot.
You forgot. So what about Mintuan? What is the first precept?
No killing.
That's right, thank you. So Huangqi, can you tell me what's the first precept?
No killing.
Thank you. Panatipata vera manisika padang samadhiyami.
Vanati.
Anatipata manisika padam samadhiyam.
Is there anyone? Is there anyone? You've been like this, like waiting? Don't do that. Either you come and you come here, wait, or you do not open the door. Okay? I'm not A-ra-hán. I can be very scared. Very much afraid. Don't do that. Yeah. Come here and wait like this. Okay? Or you wait outside. Wow. So scary, like I heard the sounds like moving like clothes. So scary. Yes? What is it? About internet, yes. Can you maybe see me after 15 minutes? Yes, yes. Either here or outside. Okay, no problem. All right. So let's continue. Thamma, what is the second precept?
Not stealing.
Thank you. Adinadana vera manisika padang samadhiyami.
Adena dana vera manisika padam samadhiyami.
Famtunchi, what is the third precept?
The third precept is refraining from sexual misconduct.
Nice, thank you. Kamesu michhācāra vera manisika padang samadhiyami.
Kamesu mechācāra vera manisika padam samadhiyami.
Okay, very well. And Tviha, what is the fourth precept?
The fourth precept is not lying.
Musavada vera manisika padang samadhiyami.
Musavada vera manisika padam samadhiyami.
And then Taolian, what is the fifth precept? Taolian, are you here? Taolian, are we connected? Connected? Taolian? No? Okay, no problem. So what about Amy? What is the fifth precept?
No drinking alcohol or drugs.
Amazing. Sura meraya macha pamada thana vera manisika padang samadhiyami.
Maya raja pamana vera manisika padam samadhiyami.
So let's try it again little by little. Sura
Suraya macha
Niraya.
So again, Sura,
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 Meraya,
Leraya,
Majja,
Macha,
Pamadadhana,
Pama,
Matathana,
Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami.
Vera Manisika,
Yaramani, Savedam,
Saranena Saddhing Panchasilang Dhammang Sadhukang Surakitang Katva Appamadena Sampadetha.
Amabante,
Bante,
Bhante.
Very well. May you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you be successful in everything you do.
Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu.
Very well. That's great. So let's move on to the homework. Can I know who may like to read their homework today? So I would like to ask Namo, Jake, and Hong Chi to raise your hand. So Hong Chi, can you please start? While we are waiting.
Yes. Everyday Buddhisms. If society is cutting you slacks and letting you try things, you also have to cut the slacks and do what you need to do. Maybe by working, maybe by keeping your grades up, or maybe by helping others who don't have this fantastic privilege. That is the price of freedom, and sometimes it seems to take away the freedom.
So what does this mean, cutting you slack? I don't understand it.
It's like you have to read the whole paragraph, but because you said you can only put 2 sentences there, so I put those 2.
That's great. And can you please tell me, how do you understand cut slack?
Wait, I forgot. I forgot
Oh, you
this.
forgot. Okay,
Check.
I'm fine. The problem is there. So if society is cutting you slack and letting you try things, you also have to cut it slack and do what you need to do.
Yeah, it's a whole paragraph. Can I send the paragraph in the chat?
I can see it. This is not a problem. But let me see what Max would say. Max, are you here with us? How do you understand this text? If society is cutting you slack, what does it do if it cuts you slack?
I think it's like if society is like letting you do things and letting you off for things.
I see. So cut slack means like giving you freedom to do whatever you want?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I know what is slack, like lazy or easygoing and so on. But to cut slack, that's something I didn't know. Okay, thank you very much. Well done. And then what about Tango?
The freedom of youth can't be taken away because it's the freedom of time. You can experiment it because you have plenty of time to start over. No one who matters will think that you are a failure and just because you found out a identity that didn't fit and have a courage to try another.
Okay, very well, thank you. And let's continue with Jake.
From a Buddhist perspective, the relationships are you. There is no you separate from them, and we all have that Buddha identity inside, and we'll find it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This Buddha identity inside, be careful. It's a Mahayana concept. It's not in Theravada. To Mahayana, in the end, all of us. According to Buddhism, no. Some will not. Some, first, Buddhism doesn't answer this question. And second, it's not practical. So how is it practical to you that somebody will become a Buddha after 100 millions of lives or longer? It doesn't help you with anything. We need to, and it could even create the idea like, wait, I will probably become Buddha anyway, so why should I make effort for anything? So that's why this is a problem. It's a problematic belief that we do not accept in Theravada. But the book that you're reading is quite inspired by Zen. You may have noticed some Zen quotes there, and probably more are coming. So this book is a little inspired by Mahayana. So if you have any worries and questions about whether this is accurate or whether this is in the scriptures, just ask me during our meeting or by email and I'll explain. All right, thank you very much. So please wait, I will also tell you what I have found. This is Buddhism in a nutshell. Becoming mindful of your situation inside so that you can act with power and freedom. So what does that mean? So according to Buddhism, you need to be in. So according to Buddhism, you need to be in the present moment. You need to know what's going on right now with your mind, with your body. Are you angry or are you greedy or are you loving or generous? What's going on? You should know that. And you should know it inside, and you also should know it outside. You should be aware of other people's emotions and ideas and actions so that your emotions, ideas, actions reflect what's going on outside. So that you can act with power and freedom. As soon as you understand your mind, and as soon as you understand other people's actions and things, well, then it's easier to apply such strategies that lead towards happiness of yours and others. If you don't know what others are saying or doing, if you don't have power over what you're saying and doing, you cannot achieve anything. Yes, Jake?
Nothing, I just got to put my hand down.
Okay, fine. So anybody has any question about this? So let's see how far we can get with the internet connection that we are having now. I'll be sharing with you the screen. Or it's better if the organizer shares the screen, because today I have it challenging. And you can share this link. So this is NetSmarts. Let's wait until Tutam shares it with everyone.
Do we need to start the live stream?
Excuse me?
Do we need to?
Well, this one is actually for free, so it should not be a problem.
Can you see my screen differently?
Okay, I think so. You can click on videos. And there you have 3 options: overview, elementary, and middle and high school. Do you see that? We want the middle and high school. Okay, so let's see, Sextortion Module 1. That's all what we can get today, but it's more than enough. Is there sound? I don't hear any sound, Tutam. I think you're not sharing sound.
I'm sharing the sound also, Devante, but I can't hear.
Jake,
I also
can
can
you
hear
hear
the
any
sound.
sound? Jake, can you hear any sound? Jake, can you hear any sound?
No, not really.
I see.
And that
So can you please go to the start of the...
So a typical sextortion case would be that a child was in a forum, in a game, and they just start chatting. It starts out like anybody else. You're just talking about the game or talking about whatever forum they're in. It could be on anything. And that predator is a manipulator. They're very good at what they do. They know how to pick up on cues from that child. So if that child got in a fight with their mom, his or her mom, that predator is going to play on that. Like, I'm here for you. You can talk to me. Your mom's a jerk. Your mom's this.
So one of the scenarios we've seen when it comes to young girls is that it's going to be a teenage boy. They're going to look if the child's social media profile is open. They're going to try to profile who she likes, what her likes are, and what that would look like for her if she met somebody online. And then that's who they're going to become.
As a predator, you can actually create an online profile that matches the preferences of that child. So as that child's interacting with that fake account and they're getting catfished, what they are experiencing is this super arousing stimuli where the catfish or the predator is telling them what they want to hear. They tell them about their favorite music, about their favorite food, about their favorite sports, and even pick a profile picture that looks like their favorite love interest.
I know you've been waiting for this for a while, so I wanted to give you something special.
They're absolutely going to become that dream person, that Prince Charming for her. And it's going to be slow. It's going to be whatever she's first initially comfortable with, and then it's going to progress. Now, when I say slow, that doesn't mean that it's days, it's weeks, it's months. It could literally be 2 conversations in one day. We are aware of cases that we have had a child take off their clothes within an hour of meeting somebody online. Scenario B, we'll use a boy because it's important that we keep reiterating that boys have this happen to them. So sometimes with the boys, it could be that they think they're talking to a female, particularly like maybe an adult female. It's less like a teen type of situation and more with an adult. And then that adult will say to them, maybe like, I'll send you a photo of me naked if you'll send me a photo of you naked. And so the boy sends the one image to who he thinks is a girl, and then he's expecting another one back. And what he gets instead is, now I'm going to share this with everybody.
And then it can turn. If the child gets nervous or scared, then it turns into the threatening. Okay, well, you sent me that image of you. I'm going to send it to all of your friends on Facebook, all of your friends on Instagram. So you need to keep doing it. And then the child's scared and they don't know that they can just stop. They're children. They're scared. They think that whatever this predator says is true. It can get really dark really quickly. It never starts out as send me a nude picture of yourself. No, it's a slow transition. And then it's too late and the child feels overwhelmed and then they continue because they're afraid. Sextortion is manipulating a child to send inappropriate pictures, to do inappropriate things on camera, or to eventually meet up with the predator. We as humans leak out information. We leak out information when we're on the internet and we're on chatting sites. It's going to happen. They're going to take that information and use it against you. They're going to talk about the football games this weekend. They're going to talk about homecoming. They're going to talk about the things that relate to you. They're never going to let it slip that they, have a job or they live in, their mother's basement or whatever it is. They are never going to reveal to you the true nature of who they are. So the best thing you can do is never have conversations, never share anything with anybody unless you absolutely know who they are. You know it's your best friend Susie who lives down the street because it's the same number you've been using for 3 years or the same, ID. But we think, oh, it's just the internet and it's a 16-year-old kid. They're not.
You may have a child who, because of what was going on online with them, can't or won't vocalize that to the parents, so they're trying to hide it. But they're going to show it. They're going to want to avoid certain places because maybe they're afraid the perpetrator is there. They don't want to go back to school because they think that whoever they were talking to online was a student or a teacher, so they don't know. So they're going to try to avoid that contact with them. They're going to not sleep well anymore. They're going to potentially either gain weight or lose weight. Unfortunately, cutting is also something that our little ones are, when they're being victimized, that they'll do. And the shame is causing them to want to fold in on themselves and just not talk to anybody and try to deal with it on their own, but they just can't.
And I think from what we've seen, it typically only stops when the child either tells an adult or the offender is identified in some kind of law enforcement investigation.
Okay, so this was not a happy movie, right? But this can happen. So you need to be careful. Danger is waiting everywhere. There was no such problem in the Buddha's time. There was no such problem in the Buddha's time. There were other problems. In the Buddha's time, if you traveled, for example, from one village to another village through a forest, there would be robbers and they would assault you and they would kill you or rape you or rob you or do something, whatever they want. Today, you do not have that, or rarely. It is, especially in Myanmar, I have heard of that. Yes, it still is there in the world, but it's rare. It's rare. This is more. This now the internet is the tool to do good things, and it's also the tool to do bad things. So I would like to suggest to you all to be very careful about people who talk with you, and as soon as you have a suspicion that something's not going well, that you tell me, or you tell your parents or your teachers, somebody you need to tell. Then maybe we can help. Maybe we cannot help the other person. Maybe we cannot help to remove some pictures or information, but we can also at least help you by encouraging you to move on. And that sometimes helps a lot. Sometimes that's the only thing that's needed. All right, so thank you everybody for coming, and see you next week. For the next week, let's read another 20 pages. What was the range for today? So Tom, can you remind me? Sorry?
Devante, can you repeat that?
What was the range for reading for today? What was the homework for today?
Today.
You
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure that I can, because I just know the debate we stopped now.
Okay, it's fine. I'll find it myself. So you were reading Everyday Buddhism until the start of Divorce subchapter. So now, what about if you, because I have already read the thing, what about if you read from the Divorce subchapter until or subchapter yes. What about if you read from the Divorce subchapter until before cliques and bullies? So from divorce subchapter until the start of cliques and bullies. Okay, it's about 20 pages. I think the book is read pretty fast, right? It go like when I read it, I see it goes so fast. So it should not take so long time. Mintuan, when you read for this class, how long time did it take to you?
Like 20 minutes ish.
20 minutes to read all of the reading for the homework?
Like 20 pages or like the whole chapter?
What was the homework until for today?
Like around 10-ish, 15-ish.
About 15-20 minutes? Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds great. Taolian, how long time did you read? Can you come closer and speak louder?
1 hour.
Excuse me?
1 hour. 1 hour.
No, I didn't get it. So Tom, did you hear it?
I think she said 1 hour, right, Thảo Ly? 1 hour, right?
Okay, thank you. And Tango, how long time did it take to you?
Usually it takes me about 25 to 30 minutes.
25 to 30 minutes. Okay, so something between 15 and 1 hour probably it takes to you. To me, it takes, I think, something also about 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes. So, yeah, based on your knowledge of English and based on some additional research that you may be doing while reading, it will take you longer or shorter time. So hopefully you can make that time, because I think this book is very inspirational, and it provides the Buddha's teachings in a very teenager style. Sometimes I disagree. Sometimes I make like some portions pretty red, like this. What you have read, there was. No, this one is for the next time. Yeah, you will have there some things that I disagree with, but these are always like minor things, or somehow he corrects himself and so on. There are some little things that are not really correct. I think I've already mentioned that. Being a good son, he first went home to his father for permission. Of course, there was a scene. We do not have any mention in our scriptures that they would be arguing, that the prince with the king would be arguing. No, that's what the author probably made up so that you feel more natural about the story. But I do not think that the son of the king would argue. I don't think there was any way how they could actually argue. The culture doesn't allow that. Then on another page, he left the city, cut off his hair, and gave his clothes to a passing beggar, Saint Francis. So that's the story of. No, that's something else. So no, we do not have in our scriptures the mention that the Buddha gave his clothes to a beggar. No, zero. Totally must be made up by the author. He gave it back to his charioteer, and the charioteer took it back to the palace as a proof that everything is fine, and the prince became an ascetic. He didn't give it to the beggar. I do not accept that. Stripped naked in the town square and walked away from his father, Siddhartha did much the same. What? No. That's totally unacceptable. But you see, it's a minor thing. It's like practically it doesn't make any difference. And then there's one little thing. Yes, there are dozens of techniques, from sitting in graveyards to having sex for meditation. No, we do not have any sexual meditation practice in Theravada. There is something in Mahayana that's true, but even that is for very highly experienced people. I actually have a friend monk who previously was a Mahayana monk and who engaged in these sexual meditation practices. And he told me that it's a problem. It's a problem. In Theravada, this is totally prohibited and absolutely unthinkable. It's totally, even as a joke, it doesn't work. Even as a joke, it doesn't work. Okay, so may be happy, may be healthy, and may you soon attain the eternal bliss of Nibbana.
Thank you very much, Stumpy. Everyone, please unmute. Please put your hand at the chest. Together we say goodbye, Venerable Sir.
Goodbye.
Bye, Venerable Sir.
Nice, goodbye everyone.